Hello aspirants, this is me Yasmin Gill presenting to you the PIB MCQs of 5th of Feb. So you can follow all these videos on this particular link, plus you can also rate and review the new course on MCQs in February. So before we begin, we will begin with a couple of instructions. Do watch yesterday's PIB summary, plus as soon as you attempt all these questions, do mention your scorecard. Beginning with the first question, which among them is true? A rail link is proposed connecting Diglipur on North Andaman with Port Blair on Little Andaman Island. B. Duncan Passage lies between Andaman and Nicobar Islands. C. The link will be, that is the railway link will be a narrow gauge link. D. Ross and Smith Islands are a famous tourist spot in Diglipur. So very ambitious project and an innovative one. So looking at the options here, first one, see, though the Diglipur city is in North Andaman, but Port Blair doesn't lie on Little Andaman, rather it lies on South Andaman Island. If you look at B, it is not Duncan Passage, rather it is 10-degree channel which lies between Andaman Islands and Nicobar Islands. So A and B both are wrong. If you look at C, this is also wrong. Why? Because this link will be a broad gauge link. I hope you understand the meaning of broad gauge and narrow gauge. If you look at D, yes, these famous islands are a very famous tourist spot in Diglipur. So we here have only D as the correct answer. Next question, arrange them from north to south. So no options in this question, just put them, and the answer will be checking it in the next slide. North Andaman, South Andaman, Duncan Passage, Little Andaman, 10-degree channel, Middle Andaman. So just be very careful about this question. And well, the correct answer is, as we move on to next slide, firstly we have obviously North Andaman, then we have Middle, then we have South, and then we have Little. This is just the order of islands, so you can remember it very easily. So after North comes Middle, after South comes Little, and between South and Little Islands, that is between the last two islands of Andaman, we have Duncan Passage, and obviously 10-degree, I think most of you must be aware of, it lies between Andaman and Nicobar, so obviously at the end of all the Andaman Islands. Next, which among them is true? A. Indira Point is located on Little Nicobar Islands. B. Havelock Islands are a part of Nicobar Islands. C. Radhanagar Beach is on Havelock Islands. So first option, Indira Point is not located on Little Nicobar, rather it is located on Great Nicobar, the southernmost point of India. If you look at B, Havelock Island, they are again not a part of Nicobar, they are a part of Andaman. Now do tell me in the comment section, this Havelock Islands are named after a personality which we have studied in history. So do mention who was Havelock. If you look at C, Radhanagar Beach, yes, it is located on Havelock, but Havelock is on Andaman Island. So we here have only C as the correct answer. Before we move on, so just do check out the Andaman and Nicobar Islands map, so it will give you better clarity. Next, which states are neighbors of Nagaland, because Nagaland is in news? A. Manipur, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Assam, Mizoram. So quickly, whenever you have such border sort of questions in UPSC pertaining to Northeast, do remember Assam touches all other Northeast states. So Assam is one state which will be in the neighborhood. If you look at the Arunachal Pradesh, yes, Arunachal Pradesh is also there. Meghalaya, no, not at all. Manipur, yes, it is. Under Nagaland we have Manipur, so we have Manipur, then we have Arunachal, then we have Assam as the correct answer. So we here have A, B, D as the correct answer. And see, Assam touches among the states which I have said you that Assam touches all, they are among the 7 sisters, not Sikkim. Assam doesn't touch Sikkim. Other than that, whatever are the 6 sister states other than Assam itself, which makes up the 7th state, it touches all of the 6. So we here have A, B, D as the correct answer. Next, which among them is true? A. Ishara International Festival is linked to traditional dances of North India. B. It was started by Dadi Pudamji. C. Both of them are correct. D. None of them is correct. So this very popular international festival not linked to traditional dances, rather it is a theatre puppet festival. Very important. If you look at B, yes, it was started by Dadi Pudamji, and Dadi Pudamji is also the president of UNIMA. This is affiliated to UNESCO, and UNIMA is a international puppetry association from Prague. Now where is Prague located? Do put in the comment section. Also, this particular festival is conducted every year in Delhi around this very days, that is in Feb. Other than Delhi, they are also held in certain regional centers, but primarily in Delhi. Next, which is true or what is true of measles? A. It is a bacterial disease. B. Its symptoms include tiny white spots on the inside of the mouth. C. The disease can occur in animals as well. Looking at options, A is wrong, it is a viral disease. B, absolutely correct. C, wrong, it cannot occur in animals. So we here have only B as the correct answer. Also, it infects the respiratory tract, then spreads throughout the body. Next, what is true of rubella? A, it is a viral infection. B, the disease can cause hearing loss and heart defects as well. C, humans are the only known host. D, swollen lymph glands behind ears and in neck are the most characteristic clinical feature of rubella. So looking at options, first is correct, it's a viral, and if you look at B, can cause hearing loss, we did it yesterday, it can cause. Humans are the only known host, correct, and lymph glands, they do get swollen in this particular disease. So it is also known as German measles. So hereby all of these are the correct answers. Next, what is true of Madhavacharya on the anniversary of whom Prime Minister Modi recently spoke of? So he was propounder of Advaitavad philosophy. B, his philosophy is famously known as Tattvavad. C, a famous temple in Udupi was established by him. D, philosophy of Pushti Marg was propounded by Madhavacharya. So options, first one, wrong. Madhavacharya was not the propounder of Advaitavad, rather Dvaitavad. He believed in dualism. B, philosophy is known as Tattvavad, very correct. C, famous temple in Udupi established by him, correct. D, philosophy of Pushti Marg. See, last statement is from a UPSC prelims question. Pushti Marg was not a philosophy by Madhavacharya. I have intentionally not given the answer to it. Do mention in the comment section Pushti Marg was given by whom. So hereby we have B and C as the correct answer. Next, which among them is true of a recent technique developed by an Indian origin teen to make salt water drinkable? A, in salty water only 10% water molecule is bonded with salt. B, his technique uses absorbent polymer to isolate salt from the salty water. C, he uses a hydrogel based desalination technique. D, the process does not require any thermal and electrical energy. So very important in news, and if you look at the options here, first one absolutely correct. Only 10% water molecule is bonded with salt. The rest of 90% water molecules are absolutely free. B, technique uses absorbent polymer. Yes, it does uses absorption. Absorption, I hope you know the meaning of absorption. So absorption polymer is used, but that is not to isolate salt. That is to isolate drinkable water from the salty water, because 90% is free. C, he uses a hydrogel based technique. Obviously, if absorption is used, and hydrogel is a very powerful absorbent, so C is correct. D, the process doesn't require any thermal and electrical energy. Absolutely true. Therefore, it's very cheap compared to usual desalination techniques. So we here have A, C, D as the correct answer. What is true of L1 visas? Simultaneously in news with H1B. A, they allow US companies to transfer an executive from one of its foreign offices to office in US. B, the transferring employee can be accompanied by spouse and unmarried children as well. C, the maximum permitted period of stay is 6 years. So in this question, A and B both are correct. C is wrong. While for H1B, the tenure is 3 years, which can be extended to 6, but for L1 visas, it is 7 years. So friends, that's it for today. In case you find the course useful, please don't forget to rate and review the same.